Welcome everyone, it's Unstoppable Stilazzi with yet another Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition Castle game. Today we got a 3 versus 3 here on New England, the place of my origin. So we're going to be seeing a Germany, it looks like, a Mexico, and a Japan against an opposing team of another Japan, another Germany, and another Mexico. So this is basically mirror teams. Very cool. Before we get started, let's look at this beautiful map of my origin. So, yeah, you got the little island down here. I liked using this as a kid since, it's the first AoE3 map I ever played the game on, Even if you lost your land on the mainland, I always used to come to this little island here. Lots of fish, lots of whales, A very New Englandy thing, since we eat a lot of fish. Capturing this fish would be very useful for you if you're either this Germany or this Japan, I would say. Also, you got the little lakes in here, which occasionally we can put siege ships like the Marauders in to actually help shell enemy bases with, which I have seen over the years on some of the ESOC TV matches. Also, infamous is this trade route here. I remember as a kid, the AI used to always take the fort around, put a fort right over here and capture this whole trade route. And I've even seen humans do that, so, great minds think alike, I guess. Let's get started anyways. Alright, so I guess we could explain both teams' civs together since they're literally mirrored. So, how could I go over this quickly? So, firstly, Japan. They love to build lots of shrines. Basically, houses that let these huntables go to them pretty much to improve the trickle that they have. See, the Japanese and D3 basically are pescatarians, They can eat fruit like these cherry orchards, they can eat these berry bushes, and they can also fish out here. They can also gather rice, but they can't eat any sort of meat at all. So no deer, also no sheep. So yeah, pretty much the way you utilize the huntables and the herdables as Japan is building shrines near them so that the animals may go to them to graze, which will improve the trickle of the shrines. And they can gather any resource that you want pretty much, so either food, wood, or coin, making them very economical. Followed by that, you got Mexico. Mexico, they have lots of different cards available to them since, similar to the US, each one of the states they age up as has a set of 2 cards that gets added to the deck, making the Mexico deck a little bit smaller at the start since they started with less initial cards, but by late game they have about 29 cards in the deck. Not counting cards you get from revolutions, yeah, Mexico can revolt in any age, with the wide variety of different revs unique to them. And once they decide, the revolution isn't working for me anymore, Meyer Seat fans, yeah. I know a lot of them. Yeah, lots of Juanitos. Funny I saw a Mayor Seat on there. But, getting back to this. If you decide, okay, this age up isn't working for me, you can go back to Mexico and you'd go to the next age following the age that you skipped out on. So if I revolted in age 2, my return to Mexico would be age 4. And then you lastly got Germany here. Short story, you got the settler wagons. They basically gather as much as 2 settlers in one, thus costing 2 pop. They are going for, well, no, that's actually the Mexico, right? The Mexico, which Mexico is that again? The Hunty Dogs. I think this one, yep, this one. But yeah, generally, the big thing about Germany is the settler wagons as well as free Ulans with their shipments, giving them a lot of aggro potential. Boy, do we have a lot of decks to cover here. And look at this, by the way. It seems like both teams are already working hard on capturing this trade route here too, which is real nice, Looks like, blue team is going to be more focused up here. Maybe orange team more towards the bottom. At least from what we see at the start here. So let's compare and contrast the different decks here. Let's do the Japans first. Yeah, this Japan here seems to be... Oh, wow, they're using the Shrine card. Yeah, this is a neat little card. Basically, it lets you build like 5 shrines with the wagons that come from them, which saves you a lot of time, since you don't have to be using your villagers or your monks to be building those shrines. The wagons will take care of the work for you. You met Mayor Seed in Japan. I thought he was a Juanito Benito. What is he doing in Japan? Yeah, I don't know. This chat is already confusing me quite a bit. But rest of the deck looks pretty good. Como Trade. Haven't tried this yet. Maybe this is a good mid-game style of diplomatic intrigue I could try using. Who knows? Oh, we're getting some wonder builds here. So this is looking like the Torii Gate, I would assume. No, this is the Toshogu Shrine. Yeah, since this is like a 3 versus 3, this Japan can actually afford to get the Toshogu Shrine as a starting wonder. Basically, it's a big giant shrine. You know, it can let a bunch more of these elk or other animals go to it, pretty much. And in addition to that, it actually buffs up the trigger rate of all the other shrines on the map. So it's really a powerful economic wonder you only see in team games, really. I guess it was more common in the early days of DE to go with it with the Portuguese consulate, which I see he did right here. Basically, you use the Portuguese consulate to cheapen the cost of buildings, which apparently includes wonders. You know, even though they're an age up, so a politician actually cheapens those age ups. And you use that cheaper age up to get the shrine earlier, and then you can start spamming shrines out. What we got right here, though, we see Insurgentes raiding on this Japan. Yeah, it's just covering their wonder, and they're already getting raided by the enemy Mexicans. Looks like emergency units have come out to deal with the Insurgentes. Not a bad idea, since Insurgentes en masse can be serious. You know, they got a fair amount of siege in numbers. They only cost food, and they can be trained in blocks of 10, so nothing to, you really gotta take it seriously. Also, the free Yuans from one of the German cards have arrived as well to aid the Insurgentes. This is gonna look like a raiding fest, I think, from the opposing team here, you know. I'm just watching these Insurgentes carefully to see if they can snag any kills. Right now, they just seem to be duking it out with the explorers, which is not too useful. You know, they should really be looking for some villies, maybe burn a house down. Oh, maybe he could take down an outpost and give the Yuan some cover to do some raiding. Yeah, looks like this Germany is going full Yuan at this point, you know. Double raids, you know. You got the Yuans with their very large hand attacks, since, you know, they sacrifice some of their HP for more damage. And then, of course, you got the Insurgentes that do raiding just by coming in bigger swarms, you know, and being quite cheap to make. Oh, and now we're seeing Ashiguru Musketeers coming from the Japan. This is an all-out attack and raid from all 3 of the players on the purple, orange, red team. Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see how this shakes out. Will they continue to raid, or will they go to more economics later? At the moment, though, it seems like we're seeing bloody Ashiguru fight here against the Minutemen, as well as the Yulons coming in to support them. Oh, now we see Saltateradores. You know, the stealthy Mexican skirmishers. They've received a lot of nerfs in the upcoming public update. Yeah, that's too bad, but I'm sure with their stealth ability, you'll still see these guys quite often. You know, I certainly like them as a unit because of their stealth and their raiding potential. Anyways, though, yeah, a lot of combat here. I'm just trying to see, like, what are these guys here going to do to try to defend against this at this point? Like, who is that? Like, yeah, see, it looks like this Germany has actually sent out some settler wagons, so they're going to try to deal with this more economically. Oh, and then the Mexico up here also went for a Baja California revolt. Probably to put some military on the field. Yeah, using this massive filibuster should give the team here a lot more defense. You know, filibusters, they're a very strong heavy infantry unit. They got those powerful sticks of dynamite that they can use to do better in their combat and their sieging. As well as just a pretty good massable unit since, you know, all your settlers turn into them upon the revolt. So you get a pretty big mass of them. What's going on here, though? We're seeing the Mexico going all in on this Germany here. The Japan down here trying to shoot back a little bit with their Portuguese bestieros and their ashigurus. But then again, this Japan, the purple Japan that is, has ashigurus shooting at him. And from the looks of it, he's a little bit outnumbered right now, you know? Unfortunately for these two guys here, they're going to have to try to sandwich this orange in, I think, a little bit. We see some Suatreros here and some filibusters from the blue Mexico trying to help on this side. And then, oh, wait a second. This isn't good. We're seeing Yuan's actually overpowering the remaining Ashis. Yeah, this Japan is basically trapped in its TC at this point. You know, this is kind of serious. They gotta help this Japan right away because he's not gonna last too long if they can clean this out. Thankfully, the green Japan put some castles out to stall him out a bit, but that's not gonna last forever, obviously. There needs to be a plan. And it looks like the plan right now is German crossbowmen, filibusters, and Suatreros. I mean, try to get the crossbowmen in and shoot these Saltatierradores so the insurgentes will be a bit easier to deal with. You know, you can always kite down the insurgentes a bit by using the Suatreros, yeah. But they are a little bit faster, so, I mean, you gotta be careful with that. For sure. What's going on here? Looks like this red Germany has actually went to the fortress age, and now these are veteran Uhlans. Oh boy, that's not good. You know, even more attack. 44 hand damage. Yeah, I mean, that's not good. I mean, you got... At least they're low HP, you know. If they're, like, had as much HP as a Hussar, you would have some problems there. But I think if you can get enough Ashes out, or maybe the filibusters and Suatreros, maybe they can deal with this Yuan mass pretty easily, as well as the insurgentes. Sort of the thing that this German and Mexico mass have in common is they're both using sort of like trash units in terms of HP, so they're very fragile. If you can get a big mass of something with the right multipliers, you could probably spray down both of these forces pretty easily. It's the Japan on their team that's a little bit more of a wild card, since, you know, Ashigurus actually do have good HP for a musketeer unit. Germany here sticking to the crossbowmen to deal with the Mexican army, it looks like, as well as a bit of the Japanese army. What did this... Yeah, see, the purple Japan with the Torii Gate, so... Really, the more things that they build and the more things that they kill, the more XP bounty they get. Yeah, so, definitely, I'm gonna be watching this Yuan mass right here because I don't know how successful they're gonna be. We see them going up against the Suatreros. Maybe they can pull off a decent attack. He's alerting them, saying, hey, don't go in there. You're gonna get lassoed by these Suatreros. You know, their charge attack is the lasso, which actually has some splash in it, so you have to be careful. Absolutely careful. And thankfully, the alert from his teammate told him, get out of there now, or you're gonna die. Yeah, you gotta be careful. You always gotta be careful. What now? What now? We see... Oh, German skirmishes. Oh boy. Also, the Mexico is aged up as well. I imagine these Saltatierradores and Insurgentes are going to become veteran levels pretty soon. Our yellow Germany, though, is going to be Is this them? Yeah, they're going for the war wagons, yeah. Looks like it. Looks like it for sure. However, so we got Falcons too from the Fortress Age Mexico. This is kind of intense, by the way. A lot of shooting, a lot of action. Oh, good cannon shot. They need to take out these Falcons. If you can't take out... Oh, but then the lassos are going to whip at the Falcons, though. Yeah, the Swartros are really your best bet at taking out these Falcons if you're on this team over here. Also, you could use the war wagons as well. They have some great anti-artillery attack. Try to, try to protect with the Ulans and meat shield a bit, you know, while you can. Also make good use of the skirmishers to deal with the war wagons and the Swartros. Oh, it looks like not enough units. Not enough units. They just, like, fell at this point. I mean, it seems like the opposing red, orange, purple team is doing a much bigger aggro job here. And now they're actually an age ahead as well. Veteran skirmishers, as well as the veteran Saltateradores from Mexico. Yeah, just as I predicted, Mexico has fully upgraded their stuff. Yeah, but Japan's gonna stay in age 2 though for the foreseeable future, I think. Just gonna stick to the aggro to support the team at this point. And that's totally fine. I mean, you got 2 allies there pumping out skirms and even shipping some cannons, so I mean, you can afford to focus more on the eco as Japan and just get those shrines up at this point, since you don't have the same eco wonder that your peace-loving green neighbor here did. Yulan, jawohl. Indian Kampf up here. No, don't Indian Kampf up here. Indian Kampf over here, yeah. Get this. Get this with the Ulans. Maybe a little bit up here and a little bit down. Don't miss these ones if you're red. Try to get over here. Right here. Right here. Yep. Oh, he's gonna go for the blue ones first, it looks like. Still fine. I mean, that is a good amount of gatherers right there. And it probably is a stake in the heart to the Baja California revolter. Yeah, they're basically hungry at this point. You know, the last thing that's keeping that Mexico going is the free Swartreros from the haciendas, which they sent using their, well, you remember the card, right? I forget the name of it. It's the one we saw in the Malta versus Baja match, yeah. It's basically the same card. It lets your haciendas produce Swartreros in lieu of resources if you want to. Configure it to do that. Oh, they're going to return the Mexico. Yeah, I mean, they don't really have much of a choice at this point because they're running out of resources and they need villies. They need villies. I mean, the good news for this Mexico is they're going to be coming back in like age 4, as I mentioned at the beginning. Also, they got a factory working here, so they got at least some trickle going on. That's great. From the Baja Revolt. Oh, no, though. Looks like Japan down here has been sieged out, and now the Germany's going to get sieged out, so it looks like more of a 3v1 at this point. Wow, more you play, more virtue. Yeah, I mean... What would you rather be? Would you rather be a virgin, or would you rather be a pro at AoE3? I mean, why not be a pro at AoE3 and not be the virgin, you know? Why not be both? Just like picking your taco shells. I don't know. Ignore him, please. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine, you know, a bit of toxicity. Trying to avoid it. You gotta love the banter sometimes, though, in these AoE games. It can get pretty intense. Because it really does seem like this red, orange, purple team has done really well. You know, and now they're gonna start sieging down these cantinas. This has been the main coin source for the Mexico at this point. Oh, heavy cannons, yeah. They're in age 4 now, so they can actually send some of these. Oh, wow. Oh, my. Here's something to keep in mind, though. Like, something really serious. They actually farmed coin by doing that. Yeah. Oh, look at all the coin they made from that. Wow. Wow. The heck? Oh, my. Yeah, that's... wasn't expected. He has infinite resources. Do they have infinite resources? Do they, I don't think they have infinite resources. It doesn't seem like it now. But, yeah, when you're playing Baja California, you can actually get a very powerful, card, which, not this one here. The, Soldier of Fortune. It basically makes it so every killed unit gives you some coin as well as XP, because normally you get an XP bounty from killing something. That card will let you get some coin bounty as well to fuel the Mexican outlaw spamming. But unfortunately in this case, they're just taking so much siege damage here from all these different enemies attacking them that they really can't capitalize on the coin that they gained from those heavy cannon shots. Nah, unfortunately. You abandon your town. When you, in this situation? Yeah, I mean, the purple-orange red team did really good here, keeping their aggression going. You know, this Mexico here, the orange, didn't even have to go with the Baja California revolt. They were able to keep up with the, keep it up just by using, the regular deck here, the regular generic cards for the most part, so very good stuff. Oh, never mind this deck here. So what did they send actually to keep up their aggression? So they used mostly unit cards, they sent, oh yeah, this would have granted some useful XP, so yeah, you don't always have to revolt as Mexico. But anyways, let's check the post-game out, see how the team score did. Alright, so no, not this one. This one, the post game. Yep. Alright, so resource-wise, it's kind of clear here that the orange, purple, red team did a lot better economy work here. This is why they were able to rush a lot better. In terms of military, yeah, this is the team you see again the most kills here as well as the most numbers across the board. Even the Blue Mexico with their Baja Revolt just didn't get a lot of outlaw massing going to defend the rest of the team with. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can see in this graph right here, just seeing how invested purple, red, and orange were at rushing. You know, even when purple dipped a little bit, they eventually, with the help of their friends here, were able to just grow up on this graph. I hope you enjoyed this 3 versus 3. It was certainly a fun one, especially on the first map I ever played AoE 3 on against the bot back in the day. So if you want to see any more of these casts of games, whether 1v1s, 3v3s, flag me down and I'll do them for you. I'll do just about any clan that asks for them, as well as any individual players. Definitely want to spread out the word of my casting work. But anyway, see you on the next one. You know, I want to do a lot more of these. They're super fun and exciting. See you next time. Signing off now.